is like one of the biggest merchant account companies out there that exist. It's your account, you own it, and it plugs right into our software.
Okay.
Yeah, what I would say, Patricia, is like, and normally what we do, and thank you for the questions, by the way. Normally what we do is, obviously up front, I normally run a video. I was running a test today, and I can see all the questions that are coming up. I should have run the video, but what we do is we do the demo process, and what happens is it's like an hour and 10-minute presentation of every single solitary bell and whistle and feature of the entire software. And you can, on that call, you can decide if it's for you or not for you, or maybe attend another one of these sessions, and I'll play the video at the front, which normally knocks out a bunch of these questions, which I probably should have done. But I hope that answers some of the questions. The website alone is not enough. The secret sauce really for anybody is the marketing, and it's more about how much time you can put into it consistently than it is how many hours. I mean, if you only have 5 hours a week to start growing your business and you do the 5 hours consistently, 52 weeks a year, you're going to be in a fantastic place. But if you don't do the consistent marketing, then it's trouble. All right, Noreen, you're up. Go ahead, Noreen.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, sorry, I had to go outside because my husband's pounding. He decided to do some construction at this moment. So
Yep, the world we
anyway,
live in. Yep, moving around everywhere.
it's for my art studio, so that's a good thing. My question is, I feel like I'm ready to jump in and do this because I know marketing is my not my strong suit.
Mm-hmm.
And I lost my physical location during COVID,
Yeah.
and my main source of income was hanging original canvas in bars and restaurants in our tourist town.
Very cool.
And people would just either buy them, they'd call me, I'd come down there, or they'd take them literally off the wall, pay the bartenders the money.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm at a point that I need to pivot because I've looked at your demo,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of my big canvases, they are very textured artwork, so I don't know if they even show up. I mean, the texture is like, it's like it juts out off
Mm-hmm.
of the canvas. So unless I'm in person, those are not selling at all. So that's why I'm kind of going to paper at the moment and my email list. But I'm at the point that I really need help with my marketing because I am not. I paint all day, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Everybody, like 90% of artists and photographers, 99% of artists and photographers do. The whole thing has come down to marketing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But my question, well,
Mm-hmm.
I hopped on today. I actually had a call in from one of the people at your office today,
Yeah.
but then I got an email saying this was on. So I just jumped on just to participate for today and ask a few questions. And I didn't want to miss a sale. I didn't know how long that was going on either.
It goes till the end of the month. And
Okay.
yeah, and what Noreen's talking about is we realize COVID's on and things are tough, so we've got extended our summer sale, which will go till the end of the month, and offer you a chance to get in significantly cheaper than usual. So, yeah.
And then if I wanted to sign up, I do have a referral from someone else who's an artist,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been talking with her, and she said she gets a referral.
She does, yeah. You could just tell
So
the person on the
okay,
phone, and they'll make sure to assign it over to them.
great. All right, I think
Yeah.
that's all I had. I just kind of wanted to poke my head in and say hi.
Yeah. Well, hi. It'll be fun to see you on the other side. Thanks, Noreen. Hold on, I gotta. Yeah. Okay, I see you, Angie. Give me 1 second. I gotta give my wife something. 1 sec. Sorry about that, guys. Got some sick kids home today, so okay, Angie, I'm gonna unmute you. I'll let you know when the yeah, gotcha.
Um, I'm a cool person, by the way. I watched your prior video, so I had to mention that. I have a couple
Mm-hmm.
questions. I'm not actually in this yet, but I'm very close to joining.
Yeah.
I was born with a God-given talent, and your prior guest had all of the kind of attributes that I grew up with, and also went through in my career, which was advertising,
Mm-hmm.
commercial art, and illustration. Well,
Oh wow, yeah.
computers took over, and I am completely excuse me, computer illiterate. And in fact, I apologize if I'm doing this because I'm on a notepad. I don't even know how to turn a computer on.
Yeah, okay, I get it.
Um, yeah. Um, I am most impressed with your marketing plan. And that's, I think, why I want to get on. But I don't want to get into that too much because I don't want to take up a lot of people's time. Um, I do have a question about niche or your niche.
Niche, yeah.
You mentioned that in the video that I watched earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I am an artist that can work in any media. I have no subject matter. I mean, I can draw, I can paint, and I don't have like, I don't do flowers, I don't do animals, I don't do. My forte is people, and I have sold probably over 100 pieces.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also on a site on Facebook. And by the way, just for all you other viewers, um, ever since I've started talking to you guys, I swear computers can listen to you because I know nothing about them, but I've been seeing your site on my Facebook page and it's really encouraging me. So I'm also on a group site that's called Visual Gallery,
Okay.
and they don't actually sell, but I do have tons of followers. I mean, they call me, I'm like the top artist on, I mean, I'm not a boaster. Please forgive me if I
No,
sound
that's
like
all good.
one. So I guess back to the niche thing. Do you think that's a problem that I do so many varieties and work in
No,
so many medias
no,
and
not in the slightest. We get this
okay.
question. We get this question all the time, right? And the last thing you
Uh-huh.
want to worry about is it letting paralyzing you from taking a forward step. Like two
Mm-hmm.
things. One, at the end of the day, because you guys are pretty much all solo entrepreneurs, like solopreneurs, right? You don't have like 25 people working in your operation. You're the brand as much as the work is. You, Angie Johnson, are the brand as much as the work is.
Mm-hmm.
That's number one. Number two,
Ex-
if you have multiple niches or a range of niches, the best thing you can do is get them all up on the website. Don't touch the website. Get involved in active marketing and see what sells, right? Then you have the
yeah.
feedback from the market. Like if there's one particular style that's selling 80% and providing 80% of the revenue, there always seems to be an 80-20. If that ends up happening, then you have to make a hard choice. Okay, do I go all in on that niche because it's providing that much revenue and that's all the attraction? Or do I not want to do that and keep everything I have? Okay, well, then what we would advise you to do is this is the best selling stuff. Let's have this be the main thing on the homepage, and then we'll put these additional galleries a little bit further down. You can still sell them, but let's go all in on the one that's like the most successful, or at least attempt to. So that's the best way to approach it.
Well, I would say probably my forte, and it's been for years, is people.
Yeah.
And, it's kind of hard to attract people online on a site like this to say, oh, I'm going to sell you this picture of yourself or your granddaughter or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I can do anything. So I'm not really concerned about that at this point. Um, I'm sorry, I'm reading my notes.
That's all good.
Let's see. Okay. My husband has his own printing company.
Okay.
And this is something that I've struggled with my entire, career. He is like, oh, let me print on canvas, let me print on metal, let me print on, all the different medias or surfaces that you can print on
Mm-hmm.
and sell your prints.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that actually sells my art, I think, is when I tell people this is one of a kind. You're
Mm-hmm.
getting a one of a kind piece. And I also believe that I'm getting more money because it's one of a kind piece. I'm not selling them for, I don't know. That's crazy if you can get that much money. You had mentioned earlier off of a printed piece. If maybe I'm thinking everything incorrectly. But what would you say about that? Because again,
normally, I know exactly where you're going, and I can talk about
Yeah.
the printing thing for you if you like, and then I'll also talk about the originals versus prints versus limited editions. What we traditionally see is leave the decision up to the purchaser of the original, right? Now you can either set it blanket full stock, but if you have an original and you sell a bunch of prints of it, what it normally does is bumps the perceived value
Increases.
of the original. Like everyone's like, there's all of these prints out there of the original. All it does is make the one that's rare even more coveted,
Yeah.
right? That's number one. Number two, if you have the demand, you know, like if you had a new original and you had a sale on it and you had a bunch of different bidders on it and a bunch of different people that would give you
Mhm.
money, do the prints, take the money, right?
Yeah.
Like the hardest thing to get are those
That's
additional sales.
that's happened.
Yeah.
So I totally agree with that. That's a good point. Things like that I don't stop and think about. I'm an artist. I don't think
Yeah.
on one side of the brain.
I
Um,
think the biggest struggle for you is that, you know, inevitably in today's day and age, you're you're gonna have to do some computer work along the way. So you would need some help in
yeah.
that department.
My husband
Yeah.
does all that. He has a personal assistant that can help do all that.
Yeah.
I'm going to be completely honest. I don't get it. I can't even turn a computer on. I've tried.
For sure. For sure. Yeah.
It's crazy.
You need a helper. You
Part
need
of
a
my
helper.
brain
Yeah.
doesn't work. So,
Yeah.
one other thing, and I'm going to end here is, I do sell. I'll put stuff on. You know, say a friend comes over, or I post it on a site, or someone sees it. I sell my stuff pretty quick. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I guess what would be the best way? You mentioned COVID earlier, and I was going to have an art show, 500 to 700 people,
Mm-hmm.
and I was having it at a friend's house, just built an like castle. And I know that the wife was really concerned about the COVID, and we were going to have it late, in winter or what have you.
Yeah.
Well, in the meantime, I have 38 paintings and drawings and pastels and, everything ready to rock and roll.
Yeah.
And first of all, it's at a frame shop right now. I professionally get everything framed, which, I'm not, again, I don't want to take up all this time, but it seems to me as though when things are framed, especially if it's an original, it like triples the look of the piece.
No question.
The
No question. Yeah.
I mean, no question about it in my mind. I've tested it. So how would you approach like taking photos of that when you've got glare, you've got
Oh, we got you covered there. So we've got a guy that's literally it's been his job for the last 20 years. I don't know if he's transitioned to full-time artist or not. Anyway, it's irrelevant. Was just photographing art for reproduction. That was his job. And so he wrote the most extensive, in-depth piece, nerd level 10,000, that I'm going to send to you. That you're going to have your husband print out that you can then read, or maybe we can get it on the notepad for you. But we'll email it to you afterwards, and it shows you every which way you could get the art photographed. But the problem is, are all of the originals behind glass now? Then
actually, I'm working with an artist that is a procrastinator, and I call Jeff about every other day and say, "So, how many you have done?" And he's like, "None."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Jeff, you've got to get this stuff done for me." So I'm going to call him again today, and
find
Lord
out.
willing, he's done. So
yeah, if you wanted to reproduce them, you definitely need to do that before they're behind glass. That's for sure. I know that much.
Well, and also I'm in a hurry because I want to hit Black Friday. I want to hit.
Yes,
I
you
want
do.
to sell.
It's going to be huge. Oh, it's going to be huge. It's going to be the biggest one ever. I'm telling
you. I
you.
have 2 pieces in my studio right now that everything literally is at my framers and they're sold.
Yeah.
I've already sold them. So, anyway, nice meeting all you guys. I'm going to be joining, I think, again for the marketing because.
Yeah, just get your husband's assistant on board with the computer piece, and I think
I like the live thing actually when you're drawing or painting where people can actually see you.
It's amazing.
I love it.
It's amazing.
I have my studio,
amazing.
So,
and the bonding, like part of like everyone thinks like art. You throw up the post that says I'm having a sale, 20% off. This weekend only is how art sells. That's not how it sells. That is not the way art sells. That is the way ladies' handbags or swim thins or golf clubs or electric scooters sell, sure. But they want to get to know you. They want to learn who you are. Yeah, connect. Get to understand who you are, your peccadillos, what's super creative, bond with you and whatever. And then they get emotionally, attached, and then they're buying things. And so it's like the fact to be able to, prior to, obviously you had your face-to-face meetings where you were, but everyone's geographically fixed on the earth. So you do the lives and you're just touching these people from all over. And, I'm going to show you, I see the other questions, but I want to show you guys this because I think it'll really punctuate things. And, I talk about the live video and it's so real. It is just so real on how well this works. And, the beauty is, again, like the technology has advanced just so much, right? So much. Everyone's broadband internet connection is way better than it's ever been before. And I'm looking for this video that I did with this guy. So hold on, I'm just going to show it. But not only that, like, you know, I'm watching TV shows sometimes where the personality on these huge TV shows, this one soccer show I watch all the time, they're not using anything different than an Apple wired headset and no lights, and they're on television, right? And it's like, you can do this. Like, you guys, we have the technology of a full-blown television studio available in our pockets. And all you have to do is turn it on, go onto the socials, start talking, merchandise your art, and I'm not kidding. I'm very good at spotting trends, and I think it's going to be a game changer. I believe video, the live art shows, the flash sales is going to represent the biggest and most fundamental change to how art is sold, certainly in the last 50 years. And so I'm going to show these. Can you see the show, by the way? Can you see the YouTube video? Okay. So, like, look at this one, okay? Notwithstanding his quirky outfit, this is in his basement studio. I got to mute it. This is where he actually does his painting, okay? Here are the numbers. And don't worry about the fancy graphics at the bottom. He's holding them. And this is like, you know, old stuff that he had in his basement from like 8 years ago that he never sold. And this is the guy that sold 65 pieces for over 30,000 Canadian in 2 shows over 15 days. He was shipping to 9 different countries. And it's not all because of the fact of the art show, right? This guy's got a good following. He sells, his normal pieces go for like $25,000 and $30,000. And so these ones are all like sub $100,000, which played a huge role on it. But the point is, this is a guy that's only sold through galleries. He didn't need to use the gallery at all. All he did was turn on Facebook, turn on Instagram, go live, no lighting, we're in Apple ear pods. Like, there's no fancy technology to this. Like, it's just, look,